Can we please rise to the pledge? We pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll open the meeting up and have our public budget hearing. So we'll have the superintendent and our business official present the 2026-27 budget.
Yes. So as we've done in the last few years, we've actually put our presentation in video form so that the video can be shared on social media platforms, our website, and folks at home. They might not be able to see it real well tonight, but it's probably live as we speak. Jess Murray was putting it up shortly ago to make sure that this was ready for everyone to review in preparation for our budget vote coming up on May 19th. So at the conclusion of the video, if there are any questions from the community, we'll be more than happy to answer any of those questions. But also for anyone who's not in attendance and listening online, if there are any questions about the presentation or about this year's proposed spending plan, we encourage you to reach out to any district administrator, any building administrator, or any of the board trustees who have been going over this information quite regularly for the last couple of months now. So we want to make sure everyone has the information they need to make an informed decision on May 19th. And then at the end of this presentation, we will have an opportunity to meet the trustee candidates for the 2 vacant seats that will be up for election this year. And we'll talk more about that in the video. So I'm going to turn it over to Desmond, who's going to... Welcome to the 2026-2027 Highland Central School District budget presentation. I'm Joel Freer, Superintendent of Schools.
And I am Desmond Barnett, School Business Administrator, and we will walk you through the budget for the upcoming school year.
We created this budget in collaboration with the Building Administration, directors, and the Board of Education trustees. We have carefully considered the overall benefit to the school district community. This presentation provides an overview of the proposed budget for the 2026-2027 school year.
We are tasked annually with creating a balanced budget in which our expenses and revenue match. The district is facing challenges like many others as the state has not yet finalized its budget, which accounts for 35% of our revenue budget. Therefore, we have developed a budget that stays within the tax cap while still maintaining staff and services for our students. The budget serves as a financial plan that supports the district program. New York state law requires districts to break the budget down into 3 categories: administrative, program, and capital. Specific rules dictate how expenses are allocated within these categories. For instance, while principal salaries fall under the program category, they are recorded in the administrative portion of the budget. As with any budget, most of the increase is seen within the program category of the budget. This slide shows the 3-part budget in pie graph form, which shows that almost 75 cents per dollar is spent on program-related costs. Another way to look at the budget is to break it down into more specific categories, which mirror the state and audited financial reports. General support, which is the support segment not in the classroom. Instruction, that includes programming and extracurricular activities. Pupil transportation, community service, and undistributed, which includes our employee benefits, debt service, and inter-fund transfers. The following chart illustrates that 70% of our total budget is allocated to payroll and benefits. While this percentage is lower than last year, it is still considered standard for most school districts across the state. This slide shows our revenue increase for the 26-27 school year. The total amount of state aid has increased by $826,000. Some of the factors that contribute to the increase in the foundation aid are A, fully funding the foundation aid formula, B, a guaranteed minimum increase of 1%, and C, increased funding for higher needs students. Federal aid increased by $10,000 due to the anticipated implementation of Medicaid transportation reimbursement. Pilot payments increased by $3,988 due to the maturity of certain pilot agreements. Other revenues increased by $348,000 due to interest income, E-rate reimbursement, and prior year refunds. And $500,000 in applied fund balance will be utilized to balance the budget. The total tax levy increase is $907,928, or 2.68% increase. The overall budget-to-budget increase is $2,283,678, or 3.98% increase. This chart provides an estimated calculation of the tax impact on the residents of the town of Lloyd. We can only estimate this because we do not have the finalized equalization rates from the county until late July. The estimate is given with last year's equalization rates. Therefore, a monthly increase on 100,000 assessed property value would be $5.82.
We are thankful to our administrative team and Board of Education for finding a way to use specific reserves to keep our programs whole and not negatively impact opportunities for our students. All programs remain intact under this spending plan for the 2026-2027 school year.
There are two propositions that will be listed on the ballot. Proposition 1 will be our school district budget in the amount of $59,908,963. Proposition 2 is the establishment of a repair reserve to help finance non-recurring repairs. The repair reserve helps cushion the impact of unexpected expenses, such as roof leaks or boiler failures. It prepares us for surprises while allowing us to keep operations running smoothly. Monies will only be allocated at the end of the year if there are excess funds to put into the reserves.
There are 2 3-year trustee seats up for election this year. Voters can pick up to 2 candidates for those seats. The candidates are Heather Welch, Alan Barone, Jocelyn Swart, and Shauna Newkirk Reynolds. The budget vote and trustee elections will take place on Tuesday, May 19th, 2026, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. in room D10, otherwise known as the band room, at Highland High School. Absentee and early mail ballot applications are available to download on our website. Absentee and early mail ballots must be returned by 5 p.m. on May 19th, 2026. To be eligible to vote, you must be a U.S. citizen, a registered voter, and 18 years of age or older. Additionally, you must be a Highland Central School District resident for at least 30 days immediately prior to the vote. For more information regarding the vote, you can contact our district clerk, Lisa Cerniglia, at 845-691-1005 or by email at lcerniglia@highland-k12.org. This concludes the presentation of the 2026-2027 proposed spending plan for the Highland Central School District. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any building administrator, district administrator, or Board of Education trustee.
Be on the lookout for the annual budget newsletter, which should be arriving in your mailbox soon. And once again, thank you for your support.
And have a great day. Nerve-wracking things that we do every year. Sit there and try to record that. But thank you to Desmond, and I'm going to thank later in my report the folks that helped us get that video together. I would just encourage everyone in the room and everyone who's listening, when that video goes live, which I believe it is live now on Facebook, please share that video out. The more that it's shared out, the more information gets out to our community. And that's our ultimate goal, is to make sure that everyone has the information they need to make an informed decision. One thing that we did not mention in the vote is that every building will have a copy, a hard copy of the actual budget. It's a pretty thick booklet. So we did not make those out in mass, but that information is on our website, but it's also in every district office, in every, building office throughout the district. So please, if you want any more information, you want to read that a little bit more closely, feel free to stop in and take a look at that. Does anyone here have any questions for this evening? Okay. Board, I know, had their questions answered before we got this all together. So thank you all for taking time to take a look at that. And again, please share that video out as much as possible. We want to make sure everyone has as much information as they need to make an informed decision 2 weeks from tonight. All right, so we are now going to turn it back over to Lisa Cerniglia, who will recognize our Board of Education trustee candidates. And I believe, Lisa, you chose these in alphabetical order?
Yes. So this is in alphabetical order. So I'm going to first ask Alan Barone just to stand up and just introduce yourself to the public and just give a little bit of a brief background.
Yeah. Before I do that, I want to thank Desmond and Joel and the entire administrative team for putting the budget together and the support of the Board of Education. So thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Alan Barone, born and raised in Highland and proud to be a part of this community. Volunteering. The definition is the act of freely giving time and labor for community service. Well, I began my volunteer service in 1969, working as a coach with the Highland Little League, where I spent over 45 years as a manager, umpire, secretary, treasurer, and president for more than 20 years. During that time, I worked tirelessly to give all children of our community the opportunity to participate in a structured baseball and softball program. I was the driving force behind securing lights on the field, the first Little League in Ulster County with lights. In 1980, I joined the Highland Hose Company as a volunteer firefighter, and shortly thereafter became a driver pump operator, and currently, 46 years later, still driving and operating fire apparatus while attending over 5,000 alarms. In 2002, I decided to run for a seat on the Board of Education, which I still hold today. In between the last 57 years, I served on the Town of Lloyd Recreation Commission for 16 years and coached CYO basketball and youth soccer for 12 years. Enough about volunteering. I'm here tonight because I care deeply about our schools, our students, and the future of education in the Highland Central School District. Education isn't something I support from a distance. It's part of who I am. My wife, Lisa, was a highly respected math teacher at the middle school for over 30 years. I've seen firsthand the dedication, challenges, and impact that teachers bring into the classroom every day. That perspective has given me a deep respect for the work being done in our schools and a strong desire to support it at every level. The role of a trustee on the school board is twofold: policy making and financial responsibility. Over the last 24 years, I played an active role in many capital projects throughout that time. My vast knowledge of the public construction industry served this district well, as I was fully involved in planning and the construction phase to make sure the community was getting the greatest value in a product that this district can say money well spent. I was instrumental in securing materials and labor to construct the Eugene Williams, Doran Chan, Michael Aremus Pavilion in honor of those three Highland graduates who gave their lives for our country. I also was fully involved in constructing the adaptive playground at the elementary school. Our fiduciary responsibility is to ensure that we act in the best interest of the school district. We recently approved a $59+ million budget to go before the voters, a budget that is made up of over 73% salaries and benefits. The fiduciary responsibility we have as trustees is to negotiate a fair and equitable contract for our employees and within the means of the taxpayers. I value education, especially public education, and I will work tirelessly with the support of the entire board to thoroughly question the needs and wants of all our administrators and staff to provide the best education possible. Serving the district for the past 24 years has given me a a long-term understanding of our community, where we've been, what we've achieved, and where we still need to go. I believe that consistency, accountability, and a willingness to listen are essential to strong leadership. I want, like every parent in this district, for every student to have access to the best possible education in a safe and supportive environment that helps them grow, succeed, and feel valued. I believe our community is at its best when we come together in support of our children. They are the reason we are here. They are our future. Our district needs leaders who will advocate for them, listen to families, support educators, make thoughtful, responsible decisions. That's why I'm asking for your support. I'm committed to continuing to serve the district with integrity, experience, and a genuine passion for education. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next candidate is Shauna Newkirk Reynolds in the audience. Shauna?
Hi, as it was stated, my name is Shauna Newkirk Reynolds. I've been a resident of Ulster County, New York for over 40 some odd years. I currently live in Highland, New York. I've been living in Highland for the past 16 years. I have two young ladies that are my daughters who went through Highland Central School District. One recently graduated in class of 2025. She's currently a freshman at Delaware State University, and the other one is currently in 8th grade. I graduated myself from Lemoyne College in Syracuse, New York, and then I got my master's at SUNY New Paltz, as you all know, locally in our area. I have been teaching for over 20 years. I have 22 years experience of teaching. I teach at a nearby school district. I'm in my 20th year there. I have been a person that is very much dedicated to community service. I have served in a lot of different communities and capacities and ways of mentoring young people. Most recently, what I'm doing now is I actually lead a mentoring program for young ladies. Predominantly, they come from the areas of Orange County, Dutchess, Ulster, Putnam, and I mentor them in helping them to see that they can have an established future in their life. So I give them, like, example of things that we do is providing them mentorship in choosing colleges and things like that. I definitely believe in community service. I have been involved in community service all of my life, not just through my job, but also through my church that's locally, not in Highland, but locally in Ulster County. And I just really want to serve the community. I feel that I have experience in the aspect of being an educator. And not only being an educator, but also being a parent of students that attend this school district, and one that most recently graduated. So I've been here from the beginning to when she ended, and I have another student that's currently going. And I just feel like I would like to serve in my local community where I reside versus only serving in the outer areas of the community. I want to do more within my local community. I want to also support teachers because I know what it's like to be a teacher because I currently am a teacher, and I know the experiences and what we desire and what we would like to do to help our students succeed successfully within our area. And that's why I feel like I would like the support to be able to have this position. Thank you.
Thank you, Shauna. The next candidate running for the school board, let me introduce you, is Jocelyn Swart, who's in the audience. Jocelyn?
Hi, my name is Jocelyn. I am a lifelong resident of Highland. I started my education here in Highland at Highland Village Nursery School. I graduated in 1995. When I graduated, the year I graduated, we had about 20 of us that went from Highland Village Nursery School through graduation in 1995. I have been here all my life. I left in 1995 and went to Providence, Rhode Island and studied accounting at Johnson & Wales University. My husband and I have 3 sons. Benjamin, who was class of 2020, so he had the COVID graduation. Nathaniel, who graduated in 2025. He is a freshman at Johnson & Wales University studying culinary arts. And then I have Gabriel, who is here at the high school. I have been serving our community in other ways. I believe in giving back. I believe in being a part of the community. I believe in volunteering across the board. For 11 years, I served as Cub Master here in Highland and was able to grow our Cub Scout program from about 30 kids to over 100 at one point. I am now serving as the treasurer for Troop 70 in Highland. And I also volunteer, and most of you probably remember me for my fight for the girls wrestling team. I am known in the community kind of as the wrestling mom. That program has done or did do wonderful things for my son Benjamin. It's something that you can never really explain. Mr. Freer knew Benjamin in the elementary school, and that program really gave him a place to belong and succeed and gain confidence. So those are the programs I like to see happen for our students who are not cookie cutter kids that are going to college. Benjamin enlisted and served 5 years in the United States Marine Corps and has now been accepted at Marist University. So I am all about program. I am all about kids getting what they need to be successful, because not all kids are cut out for one avenue in life. I would like this opportunity to bring new ideas, opinions, and change to our school district. I think everybody's done a great job. I just want to be able to give back at a greater level. Thank you.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Next candidate who is sitting on the board currently is Heather Welch.
Hello. Thank you all for joining us tonight. My name is Heather Welch. For you those who don't know me, I'm actually running for my 5th term here on the Board of Education. Highland has really always been home to me. I graduated here in the year 2000. Hard to believe that's so long. And now my husband and I are raising our 3 kids here. Next year is actually a big year for us. We'll have 1 child in each school district. So I say we'll really be living the full Highland experience. But a little bit of background about myself. After graduating high school, I went to the University of Connecticut, where I earned my bachelor's and my master's degree in accounting. I then went on to earn my CPA, which is a certification I still hold and I'm extremely proud of today. I started my career in audit out in Hartford at PricewaterhouseCoopers before moving home and joining Central Hudson Gas and Electric. I've been at Central Hudson for 19 years now, where I've really had the opportunity to grow in many different roles. I began the accounting department, serving as a supervisor, then moving over and being a director overseeing our internal audit department. And today I manage the transportation and our contracts departments. So certainly a wide range of areas. But I really think that my background in accounting and business has really helped me serve on the board here, especially when it comes to making thoughtful, responsible financial decisions. For me, it's all about the balance. It's making sure that we're mindful of our taxpayers, but also doing everything we can to help provide a strong education for all of our students. I also serve as a treasurer for a few different organizations here in Highland that support our kids as well. But my time on the Board of Education has really been especially meaningful to me. Our schools serve every child in this community, and the district truly is the backbone of our community and who we are. Having grown up here and now having my own kids in the district, I know firsthand just how special Highland is. And more than anything, that comes down to our people. It comes down to our teachers, our staff, and our administrators. They show up every day for our kids, and it really does make a difference. With my kids in the school, I'm fortunate enough to see this work each and every day, and it's something I never take for granted. I care deeply about this community, and I'm committed to doing the work to keep this school district strong. I'd be honored to earn your vote and continue serving Highland. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. That concludes candidates.
So just a reminder that the polls are open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. in Highland High School at the band room on May 19th. For those registered voters who are not able to vote, applications for absentee ballots are available on the website or by emailing our district clerk at lcerniglia@highland-k12.org. That concludes the budget hearing.
Yes, it does.
Okay, we'll open the meeting up to public comment. Public comment for the front end is agenda items only. You can please rise, state your name, and ask a question pertaining to the agenda. Okay, I have one item under public comment. There's an individual in this room that has served this district for a good number of years, and I just want to congratulate her today because it is her birthday. Patty, I knew she was going to do that. Mary Ann. I keep calling you Patty, Mary.
I think it's also important to note, just from the time that I've been in the district, Mary Ann is usually at every single meeting. Whether there's anyone else in the audience or not, Mary Ann is always a face there, either sitting alongside the administrators if it's their night to be here, or if she's the lone person. So thank you, Mary Ann, for your years of being here and listening to us ramble on. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else for public comment? We'll close public comment. We'll go into our consent items. E, A.1 to C.1. One item I want to pull out and address it separately would be under appointments for 5.
That's right, 5.
Okay. So does anyone have any comments, questions regarding the consent agenda? Please shout them out. Okay, can I have a motion to accept our consent items? Motion by Janine, second by Tom. Any further discussion?
I think that should be C12 or C2.
Oh, the only consent items, yeah, it is. It
Should be C2.
Sorry.
No worries. I think it was a late ad, so that's why it didn't get
Yep.
updated.
I will change that now, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor by Janine, second by Tom. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
And so this evening, we have with us Michelle Daly, who will be joining our transportation department as the database clerk. So welcome aboard, Michelle.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Michelle.
Okay. Pulled out one of the items from the agenda. I think it's a very important item for the Board of Education tonight. As everyone knows, our current superintendent, Joel Freer, has joined the ranks of retirement. Well deserved. And I think he's moving to a warmer climate. Again, well deserved after this past winter. So after much thought and consideration, the Board of Education is proud to acknowledge Dr. Patrick Boyd as our next superintendent of the Highland Central School District. Dr. Boyd started his career here in Highland in 2009 as a special education teacher at the elementary school from grades 2nd through 5th. In 2016, he became Director of Pupil Personnel Services. In 2021, he became Assistant Superintendent of Pupil Personnel Services and Human Resources. In 2025, he became Assistant Superintendent. Dr. Boyd will be a strong leader and guide this district in what is considered emerging trends such as AI, portrait of a graduate, school safety, and much more. Dr. Boyd's 17-year commitment to this district will continue as he starts a new path of moving our district forward with his creative thinking and new ideas that will enhance teaching and learning. Dr. Boyd, the Board of Education congratulates you and wishes you much success here in Highland. We have a resolution. Be resolved by the Board of Education, Highland Central School District, that the employment contract between the district and Dr. Patrick Boyd to serve as superintendent for the period of September 1, 2026 through and including August 31st, 2030 is hereby approved, and the board president is hereby authorized to execute the contract on the board's behalf. Can I have a motion, please? Motion by Heather, second by Jen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
I just want to thank the board for their trust and confidence in me. This is an honor that I don't take lightly in leading this district. So I really appreciate that. I look forward to continuing the work and all the great work that we have going on here. I'm not rushing the next 4 months as I continue to learn everything I can under my career-long mentor, who's been a huge part of my success here in the district, and I can't thank him enough for that. So I'm excited for the work ahead, and I really look forward to it, and I thank you all.
Okay, our student rep.
I do not have a report for this meeting. I'll be giving my full report at our next meeting at the end of the month. But I would just wanted to add that it's been a busy week for the senior class. So last week we came back from Disney, and then we didn't have a long break, and then it was prom. But both of them were very fun, and it was a lot of memories made. So that's all I have.
Thank you.
We should take a picture of him and his family before they excuse them.
Do that before we.
Yeah, social media.
Excuse me.
Give them a couple minutes to practice their smiles. We're almost done.
Okay, Dr. Boyd, you're up.
All right. As Chloe mentioned, we have a lot of exciting stuff going on, especially for our senior class at this time of the year. But throughout the rest of the district, we're in the process of wrapping up our 3 through 8 ELA math and science assessments. Our middle school wrapped up with science today. They'll have a few makeups to do. Our elementary had day 1 of math, and day 2 will be tomorrow, and then science next week. And at the high school level, our AP exams began yesterday and will carry throughout the rest of the month. I want to thank our art department for hosting our kickoff for the art show at the public library on Saturday. They had a good turnout for everyone coming to see all the artwork that's on display. I encourage anyone that has an opportunity to go to the Highland Public Library. It will be on display until May 29th, and there's a lot of great student work there. This Friday, we will have our last Superintendent's Conference Day of the year. Some of the areas we're going to be focusing on is IEP writing, Go Guardian, and technology monitoring, new science lab investigations, regents review and alignment, school to school transition, so that's some of our students moving from 5th to 6th grade and from 8th to 9th, student focus groups on culture and climate, curriculum mapping and standard alignment, building safety, PBIS initiatives, sense of belonging, math scope and sequence, end of year assessment and data review, planning for 26-27, and a big chunk of our day on Friday with our primary staff will be for kindergarten screening. As of this afternoon, we had 110 scheduled screenings on Friday, and that does not include a number of students that we know are coming that just can't make it for that day at the screening. So a bigger than anticipated incoming kindergarten class coming in this year for 2026. But we are excited to get to meet them on Friday.
Good. Any questions for Dr. Boyd? Thank you, sir. Superintendent?
Okay, so just a reminder to everyone in the community, our Educational Foundation annual dinner is coming up on Friday, June 5th, 6 to 10 p.m. at Du Bois Farms in Highland. Tickets are $65 a piece. Becky Auchmoody is our contact person. Her phone number is 845-234-1522 or through Venmo at Becky-Auchmoody. This information is also on our website and on Facebook. This year's award winners are the Highland Husky Alumni Awards are Dennis Bragg, class of 72, Gina Hansett, class of 81, and our Husky Pride Award, Alan Barone, trustee. So if you can spare that evening, that's always a really nice evening to get out and socialize with everyone, and it's also for a good cause. The Educational Foundation has raised tens of thousands, well, probably close to hundreds of thousands at this point, money for the district for different projects throughout the district. So it's a great evening. There's a silent raffle. There's other kinds of raffles and just all different kinds of things that just a nice evening. So please come out and support the Ed Foundation. I also want to just publicly thank Jessica Murray from Ulster BOCES and Kimberly Hart, who were here a week ago Monday to help get that budget video together on the eve before I got what he has now. And so I got that video out and then lost my voice the next day. So thankfully, they were able to get everything in that one take or that one morning. I also want to thank Jessica Murray. She is our PR person through Ulster BOCES, and she's pulled our entire newsletter together, which you should be getting in your mailboxes any day now. Dr. Boyd already mentioned it, but this Friday is Superintendent's Conference Day and kindergarten screening. And just for the community and also for the board, at our next board meeting, prior to our next board meeting at 5 p.m., the Seal of Civic Readiness project presentations will be taking place here in our cafeteria. So if you can get here a little bit early to take a look at that, and then depending on how long our meeting goes, if our meeting isn't a long one, we could get down there for the tail end of it as well. That is a great evening to see what some of our students do here at the high school to earn that Seal of Civic Readiness that goes on their diploma. I want to mention, I know it was already mentioned about the trips and everything going on at the senior class, but they had an incredibly successful senior trip to Disney World last week, and the prom went off without a hitch. There were no issues. Everyone had a great time from what I've been told. So just a true testament to our students that when they go out into the community, they're representing their families, but they're also representing our district, and they do a really nice job of representing us well. So thank you to those students. And then finally, one more plug. It's the last time I'm going to get to say it. Our budget vote and trustee elections are on Tuesday, May 19th, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the band room. Thank you.
Any questions for the superintendent?
Great, he's coughing on me and I'm starting to sniffle again.
Okay, under Board of Education, new business. Do we have any new business? This moment, any old business that we have to wrap up?
I had a quick question on the new field. Is there still some areas that are getting attention either via punch list or have been identified? I have some people approaching me about that long jump pit. It's got a cement collar to it, and my understanding is at other tracks, the rubber coating comes right up to the edges. So Frank's not here. I'll bring it up at the next meeting. But if that's something we could take a look at, maybe touch base with the coach.
We'll check on that.
Yeah, and I'll follow up in email. But I'm
Perfect.
just kind of bringing that up. The other question I had just very quickly, when can we expect some kind of, the safety work has already been done?
They're just about finished.
Okay.
We should have that for the board. And I mentioned it at the last meeting. As soon as I have it, it'll be in a Friday update. It won't be able to be presented at a board meeting because it is
Understood.
confidential stuff. So
Sure.
you'll get it as soon as I get it.
All right, thank you.
Yep. For those that aren't aware, we had a safety audit done throughout the district that we started a couple months back. And so we always look to those types of audits for, we know that we're very safe, but another set of eyes, outside eyes, always take a look and might point to some things that maybe we have missed, and we would like to address any of those things. So, but of course we won't publicize what those things are because we don't want people to know if there is a weakness somewhere. We want to be able to address it and make sure that it's hardened if it is soft.
Well said. Thank you.
Okay.
I believe this past week, we had the electrification group come in and do start their initial study
Friday.
for the what's coming up Friday.
No, it was this past Friday.
To start their study on the electrification plan with our bus routes and such. So that plan is being developed so we can get that first year variance for where we don't have to move forward buying non-fossil fuel buses. That's in the works. Anybody else? Okay, anything for the good and welfare of the district? Okay, before we adjourn, I would like to have a photo of Dr. Boyd and his family for the press, and I believe there will be a press release coming out.
Do public comment and then we can get that.
Let's do public comment.
All right, we'll open it up to public comment. We'll close public comment. Now we can take the photo.
You guys want to line up by
Yeah, it's
TV with the
In front of the TV?
Oh, is the Huskies there?
Thank you, and then I'll send it to me, then I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Are you taking it or mine?
We both can.
Yeah, just make sure you send it to me so I can send it to those.
You wanna send it to me?
I'll send it to you. And then these guys were so well behaved, I think that they should get something special this evening. You know, I know they want a dog, so maybe that could be I'm like the uncle that you never want to invite over.
Frozen caboose on the way home.
Plenty of time.
Guys, I'm
Who are we looking at?
Wait, look at.
Look at Joel first.
Go.
Just looking at what's in the
All right, big smiles, guys.
You can walk up to where he is, get a little closer. She's gonna come a little closer where he was, just because there's some debris.
Oh my goodness, the two of you stay away from me.
It's been quite a season.
My wife was out there for 2 days.
I'm gonna go home and take vitamin C.
And then, of course,
I've been sucking on the Mucinex cough drops. These are the worst, but they do numb your throat.
You do like this. Do like this so we can get the best version.
Such good smiles. No, I think they should get a dog.
Oh, Auntie Janine.
Auntie Janine, I'm like, nice for you. All right, maybe I should.
I said that frozen caboose on the way home, right, boys?
Dog or frozen.
We just got a hamster, that's our gateway pet. We have a goldfish, now we have a hamster.
Because I don't know if
It's over, you did it.
I was wondering if you were her sister. Are you twins? Really? Oh my goodness.
Motion by Tom, second by Janine. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, really?
6:45.
Right on the money.
Say thank you.
Great job.
Say thanks.
Smiles, good behavior.
Perfect.
And you get an A for those out there.
Thanks a lot.